Welcome to LeRoy Butler Television, and you know we just had Gilbert Brown. That guy's crazy. Now I have a teammate of mine and Gilbert, probably was voted cutest Packer at some point.
Wow.
Between you and, I say, Mark Tremura somewhere along there, but you light-skinned guys, you get all the girls anyway. But we won't get into that.
Light-skinned guys.
William Henderson, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing?
Thank you for having me, Mr. LeRoy. The dimples did it to him. Butler. And it's LeRoy, correct? I'm getting it
yes,
right?
Yes, LeRoy Butler. Right. When I go back to Florida, it's Leroy. That's a whole nother show. Tell me about Sweet Frog. Now, I remember going there with the kids, and of course, we want to support you. They want everything, and they want to sample everything. But what got you into Sweet Frog?
Well, you've known me for years. You've known my heart is 100% involved with the community up here. I've worked with your foundation, Gilbert's foundation, so many others, all the rest of my teammates who have a program within the state of Wisconsin. I've definitely given my time because I want to give back to the people of Wisconsin because they've supported us, as we both are very proud to say, for our entire careers and then some. But I want to give everybody a good option. For all the programs I work with, this Sweet Frog program is what they would benefit from having because we allow the charities, the municipal programs, the schools, the other programs that need continual outreach or support, we allow them to work through us to get part of our profits. And we only ask that they help promote us. Sweet Frog Frozen Yogurt is a premium frozen yogurt. We have a very healthy and fun family atmosphere for everybody.
I'm not looking for health.
Well, you trying to get some good. Well, you know what the reality is? It tastes good.
I'm just kidding.
It tastes good.
Yeah. And where did the name come from? Because I actually like the name.
Sweet Frog, sweet because it's really tasty. It's a good treat. The frog is fully rely on God. It has a very spiritual foundation. And again, when we come to a community, we want to just come and siphon off community. We want to give back to the community. That's the reason I got into it and started bringing it up here. I also love the product.
Yeah, I like the safe haven part of it because if you're a young man or a young lady, you're lost, you can go to Sweet Frog and they'll help you contact your parent. I like when companies support the community and family. So this is definitely something all of our listeners and all of our viewers will definitely support. Let's get into some drama, some football. Yeah.
Boy, there's a lot of drama going on right now with 1265, Roy.
Yeah,
a lot of drama.
I think for the most part, when you go into a season, William, you don't necessarily think there's going to be injuries, but it's part of the game. But obviously the biggest one is to Brian Balaga. They may have a rookie starting like left tackle. And I think Joe Thomas did it, and I guess it was a few other guys who've done it over the years, but I think the Green Bay Packers are going to have to find out real fast, can these young guys play, even across the entire team?
Well, baptism by fire. We had guys like Ross Favre step up there and play. We had Chad Clifton step up there and play. Immediately called.
So it can be done.
It can be done. The greatest thing for this organization, as far as I'm looking in, watching as a Packer fan that I am, I'm watching and thinking, this is a perfect time for us to have these injuries to find out what type of personnel we have, to figure out if we need to go to a free agent market, because we have time to get those people in and let them gel with the group. Again, we're still trying to develop. I mean, again, this is training camp. I said we, because I'm following right in there with all these fans. But when I look at the game, I'm into it, and I'm looking at this is the time for James Campman to get the offensive line in sync, gel, get their timing and rhythms down, and this is the time to plug somebody in new and allow them to develop that rhythm. So again, we couldn't have asked for a better situation for a tragedy to happen. Again, Balaga's a talented young man. He's shown tried and true that he is going to be the player to come back to and look at for potential for future. Jordy's down with his procedure, as Mike put it down. Jordy's somewhat of a veteran right now, so we can look at that as, okay, this is a veteran move, a coach giving a veteran a chance to basically take a break from camp because he knows he's going to be a go-to guy when the fire's hot. And so I'm feeling confident. This is the time for Jordy to take a break and get this thing done so it's not a nagging procedure throughout the year, a nagging issue throughout the year. Again, this is the best time for the Packer fans. One, we get to know the younger players. And again, it's no more obscurity, the rookie, or as we were trying to figure, what is that young man's name?
Well,
now
this
is a chance.
Of them out there,
Exactly. But it's a chance for
earn their stripes.
He can earn his stripes, and he can make himself a household name so people will know him in the future. And we know we can depend on
Because the veterans, they basically called us Rook. You didn't earn your name until you made a big play.
You didn't get a locker until you made a big play.
Right, that's true. We shared like a little Foot Locker thing. But moving to running backs, William, you was a 3-down back. You nowhere near the credit you should have got. They always gave it to Allstott and some of these other guys. But you could actually stand there on 3rd down, stand next to Brett, go through coverages and protection, and you were fine with that. With the Packers situation, they may have a running back by committee. They went out and drafted 2 running backs, Lacey and Franklin. But to me, I thought the guy who was going to be, if he's healthy, that's the key word, James Starks would be the starter. Now, Dwan Harris had a procedure as well, had some surgery, and he finished the year strong. Where do you see the running backs? How did you see that playing out?
There's, again, Van Pelt has got so much talent in the stable of talent that he has to pick and choose and plug in. Running back coach Van Pelt. He's got so many players to look at as far as how to create that perfect combination. And to have that many weapons is dangerous. It can be scary because you got so many that you got to pick the right one, but it's dangerous for anybody else because they don't know who they got to prepare for. They can go back and look at the film of Starks when he's healthy and doing his thing and have to adjust to that. But then you got 2 young guys. They've seen college film, but they don't know how they're going to fit into the scheme. So it's dangerous for those defensive coaches and staff to figure out what combinations they're going to prepare for every week. We haven't been that power eye running team that we've been in the past. But at the same time, John Kuhn wasn't asked to be that power eye fullback. I'm quite sure John Kuhn will step and put his hand in the 3-point stance and be able to block downhill as he needs or is called to do if the coaches ask him to do that. But the dimensions of the game, the offense has changed somewhat of the offense that we had when you and I were there, where it was, even though it was a West Coast offense, it changed dimension. We were a run first, pass second offense, which is opposite of what the West Coast offense was supposed to be. Now we've actually gone back to a more of a traditional West Coast offense, pass first and passes set up the run. They use a lot of out routes to spread the middle of the field so they can get those seams down the middle. They're going to be able to take advantage of that because we still have that receiving core that can do it. I mean, we're absent Mr. Driver. Hello, Double D, and I'm sorry again. Prayers to the family because I heard he lost his father last night. So we definitely want to make sure. Or a couple days ago was it? But either way, prayers for his family. But they have a lot of depth. Cobb, Jones, Jordy. Spreading the field. We got tight ends that can catch on both sides.
What about Greg Jennings? Now, Greg Jennings said that that Green Bay brainwashes their players. Did you ever hear brainwashed?
You know, if I was brainwashed, I was a happy brainwashed kid. I actually sent Greg a text message yesterday because
Did he
Greg,
answer you back?
He hadn't answered me yet, but I sent him.
Think he will.
Well, what I texted him was he earned his reputation from being an on-field performer. And I don't want to see him lose his respect from football fans. Now, Packer fans are right now a little chapped at him, or chafed at him.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out where he's coming from. And I think he meant that it's the Packer way that you got to hold yourself to a higher standard, and that's what we all expect.
Exactly.
If he meant something other than that, I don't know what he meant. I guess I had to talk to some of the other guys because I talked to Nick Collins about it. He had no idea what Greg was talking about. So I'm not really sure what he meant by that because Greg caught passes with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. Him and Aaron seemed it didn't click when they left, but I want to move past that as well. Training camp. They're in the middle of training camp. They're starting preseason games now. Who was your training camp roommate?
Well, I
you have a couple
at first, I was that guy that they plugged in. They plugged every misfit into my room. If people questioned what kind of person he was, they put him in my room, and the next thing they were calling me in the office, what kind of guy is he? Man, you put me with a lunatic. You put me with a maniac. But long and short of it, first I started off with Travis Jervey. Travis Jervey for
somewhat
the first
of a
year.
character.
He's somewhat of a character.
Didn't he try to buy like a tiger?
They bought a lion. They would every paycheck period they were running out buying something new, and the last one was Nala the lion. And they had, Will, come over and check. I thought LaShawn Johnson and Travis were roommates. I thought LaShawn was going to show me a new pit bull he had in his arsenal of pit bulls. But no, out of the corner comes a little lion cub, and I'm like, if you guys don't I mean, there's silliness, but again, that was Travis. Gotta love him. Gotta love him for all he is and was.
Very happy guy.
He found a way to be happy every time.
Yeah.
But Travis was one. Dorsey ended up becoming my roommate.
Wait a minute, two Redbone guys living together, two pretty boys. You got shared a mirror or what?
I had to lock doors and windows because all these women kept trying to break in and they were trying to get to Dorsey. You know, he had just done Oprah and had that show about how tough it was to be a single man in the NFL, and you can't find a lady because nobody wants to be your friend.
I was thousands of letters. I used to go to his locker and just get the shrapnel. I'll just pick up letters and, hey, I'm Dorsey. What's going on? Yeah, you can fly up to Green Bay and meet me over at the casino. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that Oprah show
kill us for bringing that up.
You know what? He should love you for it. Relevancy is good, but I mean, I want to do the follow-up show now. Oprah's got some new shows coming on. Yeah. Let's see what Dorsey is
on
now.
The old channel.
You know, Jamal Anderson and Dorsey, the tough struggling lives they were having because they were attractive men in the NFL, making good money and good successful
in the
jobs.
running back meeting, did y'all just let him have it?
Edgar, me, we just
Was Harris Sidney your coach?
Harris Sidney was my coach at that time, and we really tried to let Dorsey know, don't ever do that again. Yeah. Making all people try to feel sorry for you because you can't find a date. That was special.
He's a good-looking guy. He don't need it. Now Dorsey actually doing a good job with concussions. You can read more about that. You can follow him on Twitter, actually at Dorsey11. Let's get into some quick shot answers. If you don't want to answer, you can just say pass. It's just Twitter stuff. How do you feel about Ryan Braun being suspended for 65 games with the PEDs? You know, in the NFL, if his PED is not that big of a deal, Von Miller may get suspended in Denver, but what do you think about the PEDs in baseball?
I have zero use for anybody taking PEDs in order to advance their performance.
Football or baseball,
any sport, I don't care. Yeah. Because I was natural. Every time we had a drug test, I was the name that came up because I was going to come out 100% pure every time. I worked my butt off to get my opportunity, and I worked my butt off to maintain it. Yeah. I don't believe in anybody taking shortcuts and basically not allowing somebody else to do it who's doing it naturally. Right. Because again, it's a special honor to play on these professional sports teams, and again, it's not promised to everybody, and the people who work for it and earn it and get that lucky opportunity, I believe they deserve it. And I'm not going to do anything that's going to encourage a kid to put himself and his body in jeopardy, his family in jeopardy, to try to advance their life. Now, I'm hoping that they have the intestinal fortitude and the mental stability to work for what they want, but again, it's not promised for everybody, and that's why, again, it's considered a very special opportunity and honor to play on this professional sports team.
It sounded like to me you want the parents to instill some of the values into the kids, as our parents did. The last couple of things I want to talk to you about is about the Green Bay Packers and Brett Favre trying to get together to retire his jersey. Mark Murphy said he wants to do it, I think, by 2016 or 2014. I'm not necessarily sure. What do you think about that?
Roy, to be honest with you, I'm 100% happy for it. Again, this has gone on a long time. Yeah. Brett's performances on the field, he did us both a lot of good and helped both of us have wonderful careers and opportunity as our quarterback. Now, he didn't do it by himself. Right. I'm not going to ever say that any one particular player did it by themselves on the team. But I think a lot of the accolade that Brett was awarded, he earned. Yeah. And I definitely give him that position, and I'm looking forward to him coming back, because I'm really looking forward to having a true reunion for the members that are available of the Super Bowl 31.
Sound like he's the holdup, though. What do you think is the holdup?
Well, I'm quite sure Brett's being his crafty.
You think he's upset at Ted, or?
I'm not sure if it's any of the administration. Well, I would want.
People coming to me, inside stuff. Hey, I don't know anything.
Well, I've talked to Ted.
I know you know.
I've talked to Ted. I've talked to a few people up there, and I was told he was coming back next year. So I was told it was 2014.
To me, I hope it happens, because I'm sick of talking about it. Because I think every year it has to come up. So sooner or later it'll get done. Again, Sweet Frog. Multiple locations. Tell them again where they can find that. All the locations. You have a website?
Okay, you can go at MWI Sweet Frog. You can follow us on Twitter, or just go to sweetfrog.com.
Oh, great.
Sweetfrog.com, and go to our corporate site, and you can go. It'll link you to our local sites here. Again, look forward to seeing people in the store. I'm in the store. Actually, we're going to do some fun fundraisers. I'm actually giving away. You can go to my locations now and register to win 2 Packer tickets.
Oh, great.
So a chance to go to
At
see
all
a
the
Packer
locations? Or just
all locations. Go and register to win some tickets.
Am I eligible?
No, because you're family. So sorry. No,
come on,
no
man. I
family
wanna go to
or
a Packer
employees can
game.
win. I'm sorry. But also wanted to make sure you know that, again, check us out. Go to our website because you can see the different fundraisers and stuff we're doing. Be a part of an active part of your community. And also see which my other friends may be joining on. Because right now, Amon and I are going to be doing a dunk tank. Amon Green and I will be doing a dunk tank in Green Bay in a couple of weeks. So we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go up there just to see that. Thank you for watching. Again, William Henderson, Sweet Frog. Follow him on Twitter. You'll find him. Just Google the nice-looking guy that played in the 90s and his face will pop up. See you later. Bye-bye.
Thank y'all.